Over the weekend, Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad made huge announcements with regards to empowering the Malay majority. Amid the opposition UMNO and Parti Islam Se Malaysia's increasingly hardline stance on issues of race and religion, the elder statesman made an impassioned plea to Malays not to squander opportunities presented to them, as they have in the past. On October 5th, he launched the Shared Prosperity Vision 2030, Malaysia's economic plan for the next decade. It seeks to ensure Malays, who make up 60% of Malaysia's population, will become more competitive in a market that is increasingly tech and skills based. On October 6, he spoke at a Malay Dignity Congress, where he told Malays that their perceived plight was self-inflicted. To discuss this further, I have Malaysia Bureau Chief Shannon Teoh on the line. Hi, Shannon. Hi. Okay, we have some audio issues, but I think maybe Shannon can hear me just fine, right, Shannon? Okay, but we can't hear you. All right. So, Shannon, what are the key takeaways of Dr. Mahathir's messages?
Well, a lot has been said since Pakatan took over government last year about so-called the plight of Malays, how they are economically and politically being left behind. Now, UMNO and PAS on the opposition front, they've gone about attacking this issue by saying that Malay rights and privileges have been eroded since Pakatan took over. Mahathir's stance is vastly different. He's saying that none of these rights have been eroded, none of these privileges have been taken away. Malays themselves have not taken advantage of these opportunities for the past half a century since this affirmative action was put in place. He's saying that when they get licenses, when they get permits, when they get scholarships, they squander it. Many times they sell it off to other businessmen. And then now they sit around and wonder why we're not as rich as others. And they blame others for what Mahathir says is their own mistakes. Yeah.
I see. Now, at the Malay Dignity Congress, Mahathir appeared on stage with UMNO and PAS, the PAS leaders, and he later allowed pictures of him to be taken holding up hands with them, with the PAS President Hadi Awang and UMNO Secretary General Anwar Musa. Now, will this divide the Pakatan Harapan coalition, given that there are secular parties who shun race-based politics and are especially critical of the right-wing stance taken by the two opposition Malay giants?
Yeah, I think even before the events of the weekend, there were Pakatan leaders who expressed reservations about Mahathir attending the Congress. And I think this has continued this week, not so much because of his message, but because of the message that's being sent across and the appearance that Mahathir is endorsing this message. Now, what I've gathered from speaking to people in Pakatan is that, in fact, Mahathir didn't have a different message at the Malay Dignity Congress as with the Pakatan Leadership Retreat, which was being held over the same weekend. He had the same message. He went into the Pakatan Leadership Retreat and said the same things. Malays need to take advantage of the opportunities, start grasping these opportunities with both hands. So what you can take out of it is that Mahathir is not playing to the gallery. He's not saying one thing in public and a different thing to his allies. He's saying the same thing to his allies. This is his policies. It's not about trying to split the coalition, trying to have different alliances. But this, he seems that he truly believes this is the way forward.
So he has been very consistent, hasn't he?
Yeah, but it's just a question of whether Pakatan leaders are on message with him or they disagree with him. And if they disagree with him, well, you're going to see tensions rise.
Thank you, Shannon. Now, for the last question, how will this impact the Pakatan Harapan transition plan, where Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim is supposed to take over from Mahathir as early as next year?
Now, you mentioned how Mahathir was holding hands with Hadi and Anwar Musa. Now, they represent UMNO and PAS. Both parties have said that want to support Mahathir to the end of the term. Now, this is a very strange assertion. In most countries, you won't get opposition parties saying they want to support the Prime Minister to stay until the end of the term. But what they mean is they want him to stay instead of handing over to Anwar. Now, he's supposed to hand over power to Anwar anytime from next year onwards. Mahathir has only said he will get the job done of fixing the economy, fixing the country, and step down, and he says before the next general election. Anwar keeps saying 2 years, which is May 2020. this differing stance, this optics of the Congress, where Mahathir was holding hands with UMNO and past leaders, it's going to play into that. And there seems to be, at least in the implied message, that look, I'm going to tell you when I'm going to step down. That's what Mahathir is saying. Even if you don't like it, I have the support of all these guys in the opposition who say, well, you should stay on. So I think he's going to stay on for as long as he likes.
Well, time will tell, right, Shannon? Thank you so much. Once again, that was Shannon, our Malaysia Bureau Chief.